Get on the ground.
He's getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Don't slam me like that.
He was trying to comply.
I just slammed my head down on the cement.
58-year-old man who is asked to get on the ground by the police in response to an incident. The man tries to comply, but isn't fast enough for the police's liking. I'm on Civil Law for Attorneys React. Let's get started with this.
Hey, let me see your hands. Berg, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground.
He is on the ground.
Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground.
He's getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Don't slam me like that.
And now he's just stomping on him.
There's a gun behind me. There's
Yep.
a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun, nothing.
Put your hands behind your back.
He was trying to comply.
Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck?
Oh, there's no gun. Amazing.
Ain't no gun.
You're not listening, dude.
He tried. He tried to listen. Not that you were paying attention. He tried to get on the ground.
Bro, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
right, I'm
I
just
don't want no gun. I don't
Turn
want
back over.
Being a little rough there, aren't we?
What's that?
On the pavement.
He had something.
I ain't want no gun.
Yeah, why were you pulling out your pistol, sir? What did you see in his hand?
Watch him. Go watch him.
You can't find it now, can you?
There it is.
I don't want no gun.
All right, that's what he had.
So we can see what the item found here. It appears to be a duct-taped piece of wood. It would later turn out that this was actually his walking stick that he made himself. So he used it for walking. You know, he would put his hand on the top of it, like the top of the pommel, and hold his body weight up from it because he had pins in his hip from earlier surgeries and things like that. So he had trouble walking. So he had a self-made cane. That's what the police saw in his hand, his self-made cane of the reflective duct tape. And that's why the police responded with a gun, because that thing looks totally like a gun. These police are blind. What a shame. What disgraces.
All right, get him up.
Put your leg up.
25 cents, got one tank.
Alright. Put your leg that way so you
I'm
can stand
confused.
up.
All right, listen, I'm about to help you. Hold on. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement.
They sure did. They sure did slam your head down on the cement. We saw that. For no reason. Absolutely no reason. He was trying to comply. He was a little slow about it, but he was trying to comply. He was trying to get down the ground. He was moving at an acceptable rate of speed, and he just slammed his head on the ground for no reason. Yep, that's malicious. That's illegal. That's why they had to pay $650,000. Do better, Orangeburg. Do better.
Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head drummer.
Go back in the house.
Yeah. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yeah, y'all bust my head down. You throw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yeah.
And there we have it, right? The police confesses to it. He says, you threw me down, you busted my head. And the police officer said, I sure did. You weren't listening. Wow. So he admits to it. Yeah, I sure did throw you down. I sure did throw your head in the ground because you weren't listening. Even though he was literally listening. He was literally, as we saw on the tape, getting on the ground and getting on the ground. Perhaps slightly slower than the police might like, but he was complying. Wow. What a jerk-ass this cop is. Unbelievable.
Threw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yup. You threw me down. Yup. You threw me down. You threw
Yep.
me down. Yup. You bust my head down on the cement. Yup. You bust my head.
All right, let me tell you what happened.
His forehead.
You bust my head down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun.
Did you?
Drop the gun.
You thought it was a gun?
Gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You
what he was doing is putting this up behind the tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands. He wasn't listening. He got the, like this right here, and we went onto the ground.
It seems like from the reaction on these other officers' face, they also are not buying this story. You know it's bad when the other officers who are present on the scene are listening to the story, and you see the looks on their face like, what the F? What the F are you saying? None of this makes sense. They're both looking at him with the most incredulous set of eyes. I can't believe the words coming out of your mouth. This guy doesn't even have the support of his fellow officers because of how stupid he is. Yeah, he was walking around with the cane. I thought it was a gun. They're like, did you? Did you really? Yeah, they're not buying it either. Lol.
My head down on the cement because my forehead.
Yeah, your head did hit the cement.
Damn
Yes,
right.
it did.
You
Thanks for confessing again.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down on the cement.
Right here?
You bust my head. You bust my head.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down.
We're trying to get the name of the complainant.
You
So
bust my head.
What are we doing? Guess Sam was going to check him out.
Ain't nobody
There ain't nothing about here wanting to press charges on.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
So we can't even find the complaining witness. That's good news. We don't even know who called. So we're not sure why we're here. We're not sure who to talk to about why we're here. We completely overreacted once we got here. We're not exactly acting on the most reliable information, man. Wow, this is great. Going well.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we
You're
got.
gonna have to use your force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
This officer said you had to use force, no doubt. Yeah, the city of Orangeburg would disagree with this officer later to the tune of $650,000. They would disagree with that. So apparently there was a lot of doubt on the issue. Yeah, maybe check next time.
my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his
You
intention
use
was.
the force. You need to unlock your camera.
The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead. Damn right. You're gonna pay me for that.
Why is he still in cuffs, incidentally?
Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
Why is he still in cuffs?
Well, I mean, his,
Right? Why is he still in cuffs? Because we could put him in cuffs if we're detaining him or arresting him, but we're not arresting him, and we can't even really detain him anymore because we've exhausted the basis to detain. So on what basis are we keeping him in cuffs at this point? Our basis to put him in cuffs, assuming it existed in the first place, has long since disappeared. We are violating his Fourth Amendment rights on top of everything else by continuing to seize him. Yeah, not great.
the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
No gun or nothing.
Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where
There ain't nothing there.
that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car was in his pockets.
These dogs off.
Got it on camera.
Yeah, a
All
dog
right, that's
stick.
fine.
A dog stick.
So he can come out of cuffs?
Yes. Take him out of handcuffs.
It's about time.
Yeah.
There's no basis to keep him in cuffs. Finally got there. Yeah, this is just the start of your problem, sir. Maybe next time don't abuse an elderly person just because they're getting ground slightly slower than you'd like. That'd be great.
You want me to check you out?
All right, so now they're going to take some photographs to document, which will be real helpful for that lawsuit that they're going to settle later.
Hi. Good, how are you? What's going on?
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
In the wrong for that.
You consciousness?
Yeah. Listen.
Can I get a card for me?
I don't have one there. We don't have
Hey, he doesn't have a card, does he?
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have cards.
Yeah, so the officer says we don't have cards. They don't do that anymore. And the other officer's like, no, that's a lie. We do have cards. So his fellow officer calls him out on the lie. Yeah, we don't have cards. We don't have that anymore. The other officer's like, yes, we do. Let me give you my card, and I'm going to write his information on the back of the card. You know it's bad when your own fellow officers are calling you out on your BS during the scene. That's how well it's going over here.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
Okay. Thank you.
She's bad. And he's waving like, what the hell, right? I'm assuming that's what that gesture is.
$10.59.
Yeah, she's going to write it down on the card for him. Well, my friends, that will bring us to the end of this exciting episode out of Orangeburg, South Carolina, a place I know because I lived in South Carolina for 20 years, a great state. But unfortunately, on this particular occasion, some of its officers came up quite short. They came to the scene for reasons that they are not quite sure of, apparently, because they don't know who the complaining witness is and they don't seem to be able to find them. So it seems like they didn't get that information, not that that would be important in any way. Once they arrived at the scene, they pulled out their guns immediately, for no particular reason, because they confused a homemade walking stick covered in duct tape with a gun, because those two things definitely look like each other. And then the 58-year-old, who has pins in his hips already from prior incidences, was unable to get on the ground quite as fast as the officer would like. He was trying to comply, he was working on it, but it wasn't fast enough for this officer's taste. So he slammed his head into the ground, causing problems. So for a confluence of reasons, including violation of the Fourth Amendment, this settlement was just improper. So perhaps next time, police, you should act in a more responsible way. I hope someone somewhere will learn something from this so these kinds of things can be avoided. Until next time, my friends, I've been UncivilLaw for Attorneys React. I hope all of you have a great day, and until next time, have a great one. Goodbye.
Big verdict.